paint colors. Got my patriotic paint colors, red, white, and blue. I'm just gonna use this guy again because I just love this color blue. That's what I love about DIYing things, is you can make it whatever shade you want. If you like navy blue, use navy blue. If you like bright blue like this, use bright blue. If you like maybe like a Williamsburg blue, use that. Whatever works for you. And then I've got this, look how pretty that is. You guys remember I used that at Christmas time? I forget what it's called. It is called Hot Chili Pepper. So we have just got some fun, bright colors. I've got 3 of these guys. And I picked those up at the Dollar Tree yesterday. I made a little pit stop. Hubby and I had to go to the butcher. We have a local butcher, and we went there and got some meat for the week. And I said, I need to make a little pit stop at the Dollar Tree. So I ran in there and I grabbed 3 of these. I think they carry these pretty much all year round, even just in the regular craft section at the Dollar Tree, not at the $3 or, $3 or $5 one, the Dollar Tree Plus section. So I got 3 of these, so we're going to use those. I'm going to cut that off. And if you don't already have some of these, I'm going to use these, but you can really kind of do any design you want. And we're probably going to Mod Podge a little bit on the back as well. Let's see which one I wanted to pick. I have my little napkins down here. Y'all remember I showed them to you yesterday. And I think I'm going to go with like this design. It kind of goes with my shirt, doesn't it? It's going to go, I think I'm going to go with this design. Even though my colors aren't exactly this, I think it's going to coordinate fine. Otherwise, I need to do something like that. But that's got words, and then that can be tricky, and the other has a design. So I think I'm probably just going to go, I'm just going to go with that one, you guys. Okay. But these are just daubers. I got this at Walmart. It's a little pack of a bunch of different sizes. So we're going to have some fun because I want to do I'm going to do some polka dots. You can do anything you want though. You might not like polka dots. Maybe you want to do stars. If you have a star transfer, or I do have those as well, but I just thought I would show you using Dollar Tree items. And if you wanted to try to do, if you have chalking or transfers or something else that you wanted to try, you certainly could. But I'm just going to show you with this method today. And then I have some of these too. Did you guys see these? These are from the Dollar Tree. They're like little, they're called food picks, but I just thought these might be fun to use on here as well. So I have my iron for Mod Podge. I don't have the Mod Podge though. I forgot to grab it. I was going to grab it and then I put it aside. And then I have my glue gun is charging up. So anyway, come on in and join me, you guys. I'm going to real quick see if I can share this to a group. Let's see. Real quick, going to try to share this out. Bear with me just a minute. Just a minute. And if you guys want to share it, go ahead and share it as well. And sharing, we call it sprinkling here. So if you want to do that, that is great. I really appreciate it. Or if you want to hit that heart button when you hop on, just to let me know and say, hey, let me know you're here. What's your weather doing? I hope you guys are having a better day than I am. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the little thingies off the back of this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to try to take the sticker off too. We're just going to cook out some hamburgers and hot dogs. Hubby will go out there and do that later, but my youngest doesn't even get off until like, well, today's Monday, but I don't know if the holiday, if they're getting him off earlier, but usually on a Monday it would be 7:30, and he doesn't even get home till almost 8. So I don't know what time he'll be home. I mean, he'll just have to warm up. He'll just have to, I'm going to cut these off. I may or may not be able to Mod Podge on the back of here, you guys. Got staples here. I might not be able to show you guys the Mod Podge, and we'll see, because I'll have to get I didn't want this to take super long. I want you guys to be able to see how fun it's going to be. We'll just do. I may have to get my needle nose pliers and pull out these staples. Save these. You know I do. Y'all know I do. Let's go ahead and cut these off. I just needed a little something, because it's one of those days. I've already done a couple little projects like that I wouldn't have normally done, like around the house. So, I certainly could have done more projects around the house, but I kind of was like, I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like it. It's one of those days you just really want to crawl up with a book and read, but I feel like I'm being so unproductive if I've done that. So, it was either this or I have another project that I need to get working on that's a gift. So I just thought we would do this real quick. You guys might want to see how to do it. Now, usually when I get ready to paint, even though it's plain wood and ready to go, I sand it just a little bit, just because I feel like it helps the wood prepare for the paint. I don't know. I could be absolutely wrong. I just do it to smooth it out a little bit. And I probably need to grab another something to paint with. Oh, I thought it was all ready. A lot of times, you know, on holiday weekends, especially the first ones of the year, we spend time outside and getting things ready. But my outside's pretty much ready for the season, you know, just to kind of get it ready for the season to be able to use. But it's pretty much ready. So I had already done that because we had company come in. So I don't really have that to do. I do have my little flower bed out back. I still need to kind of put my seeds in and stuff, my wildflower bed, but it's so yucky. I just didn't feel like being out there in it. But I need to get those done. It probably would have been a good day because it's damp, so it would probably be, but I just didn't feel like getting yucky. You know what I mean? When it's all damp, you're going to get muddy. Okay, I need a brush. A couple brushes, y'all. Let's get a couple brushes. Let's see. Get one more. I'm just going to use foam brushes today for painting. We're going to use that. Now, I will also say, you guys saw my little streamers I did the other day, my little stars. I will say, now I grabbed these at the Dollar Tree and we're going to use these, but you could also use pipe cleaners. So if you can't find those, grab some pipe cleaners. I think that will work just as well. But we're going to paint each one of these a different color. I'm going to paint one red, one white, and one blue. You know, just going to go with that. Make sure I keep this open. And hopefully I can get my, there we go. That one's good enough that I can. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you did not have to work today. And I've just kind of got a general idea of what I'm going to do. I don't have it exactly mapped out, so we're just going to see kind of where it takes us. Might need some painter's tape. We might do a little bit of something else. I know for a lot of people, it's just, you know, even though it's Memorial Day, it's still a regular, maybe work day. So a lot of places aren't closed. So hopefully they're closed early. Like I said, my son had to work. He works at a local coffee shop, but they serve more than just coffee. So he has to work till close. He went in this afternoon instead of this morning. Yesterday and the day before he went in the morning. So let's see, I want to pull this up too. I have a couple photos for inspiration that I might want to use. So now I could easily be painting these and use some of my transfers. You guys know I am an independent designer. By the way, my name's Susan. Welcome to Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I don't even know if I said that, y'all. I don't even know. I don't think I said that. So if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me. I love it when you guys come on and craft with me. But I'm just kind of winging it. You guys can come along for the ride. If you're new, let me know. If you're new here for the first time, I'd love to know. So glad you're here. All right. So that's just one coat. We might be all right with one coat. We'll see. I'm going to set that aside until, all right. Yeah, it's just been kind of one of those blah days. But I do have transfers that I could be using for this as well, which you certainly could do that. You could paint them one of these base colors and then use one of our transfers. We have some really, really cute transfers that would work with this. I'm just not doing it this time. That's not to say that I won't do another one closer to 4th of July that might actually use one of the transfers we have. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll even do it today with one. I don't know. I didn't pull one out, so I didn't want you guys to feel like this was something you had to have something in particular to do. I wanted you to know that you could actually go right out today and pick this up. Now that white paint that I use is just a white chalk paint that I have on hand. It's actually a Fusion, but I've had it for years. I had bought it for a project, and it's a big container, and I've been able to get so much out of it. So just some kind of white paint. You could use acrylic paint. I use chalk paint because it dries quickly, and I like the coverage that it gives me. So it doesn't have to be any particular kind of paint. It's whatever paint you like or maybe have on hand. This one that I'm using, I shared this the other day. I got this at Dollar General. It is a chalkboard paint, but I just love the color. It's such a nice bright blue. I am trying to not have like brush strokes. It's very hard to do. So that's why I keep going over it. Because this has really good coverage though, but I'm trying to not have like really strong brush strokes. So this probably is going to be fine with one coat. But the brush strokes that are on here, I want them to be, and like our neighborhood pool's open, but the this week, my son and both of my sons took my grandson this week a couple times. Earlier this week. I am not painting the sides. You can though, if you want to. I'm just not right now. I may change my mind, but right now I'm not worried about it. I guess, you know what, maybe I should do it. The white, it doesn't show up as much, but the blue, it's kind of hard. You are kind of seeing it. So maybe I'll let that dry and then I'll come back and I'll try to do the sides. All right. Now we'll do the red. Move this out of the way. Don't want to mix my colors yet. We are going to use all colors, but don't want to mix it yet. All right, and this one is called Hot Chili Pepper. This one is an acrylic paint. I got this, I'm pretty sure, at Pop Shelf. So I've never seen this brand before. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's a really bright, fun red. It's not that deep red. Well, it kind of comes off as deep, but to me, I feel like it's a nice bright color, but it is called chili pepper. So this is an acrylic. It is going to be, might take a little bit longer to dry, but we'll do it fast. And a little bit more to cover as well. Probably should have put an apron on, and I did not, but that's okay. Hopefully I won't get paint on me. Or it'll blend in with what I'm wearing. This was a clearance top from last year anyway, so it's okay. Anybody else ready for summer? I thought we were like already kind of getting to summer because we had some really nice days. But actually, I saw a report for North Carolina. We are like I don't remember what it was. But anyway, this is like the coolest month we've had on record since December. Below average, at least, what it's supposed to be averaging. So, I don't know what's going on. You know, I remember bragging to you guys back in January and February how it was so warm because we never really had a cold winter. We didn't really get snow. I'm trying to think if one time we saw it, but no snow and pretty warm. And then now it's like unseasonably cool for this time of year, which is weird. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't just jump right to hot, which is what happens. What happens a lot of times here. It goes right from just kind of cool to hot. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll do one more coat on the white. And I'll try to do the edges. Maybe I'll do the edges first. That's still a little damp, but I really am worried I'm gonna flick paint on these others. So I need to I'll just go around the edges here. And that's up to you whether you want to do your edges. Some people just leave them. Just gives it a little bit more of a finished look if you wanted to do that. But this is going to be super simple. You could maybe, if you had kids old enough, you could probably even have them help you with it. Like I said, this will be reusable. Probably should buy like oh, I'm getting a fingerprint on it. Oh, y'all, come on now. I just touched every bit of that wet that I just did. Need to be holding it differently, sorry. I'm listening to what's going on downstairs. I know my little guy's probably getting stir crazy. He's been stuck inside too, poor guy. 3 days off and stuck inside the whole time. That's not fun. He's found something, a slide whistle or something. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I'm sure he's bored. They're supposed to have like a water day one day this week. And I'm hoping on Friday, I think, hoping the weather is better. Because this past Friday was not a nice day for water day. And I did get to catch up and talk with my daughter last night. That always makes me happy. And she actually is over in the mountains. It wasn't supposed to rain today, which is unusual. It usually rains there more than it does here. And she was going fishing and bike riding. She's my outdoor girl too. She likes being outdoors. So I was glad the weather was going to cooperate for her. Sounds fun. I didn't look at the weather at the coast to see if it cleared up by today. I know they weren't supposed to have a very nice weekend. Okay, I just got that on me again. But you know, it's kind of hard to paint without. I don't think it's going to need a second coat though, you guys, on the top. I got good coverage, I think. I'll just add a little bit more, just for good measure. I was trying to tidy up my closet a little bit, put some things away that I know I think we're done with. The heavier sweatshirts. And took care of the rabbit. Got him all cleaned up today. But you know, that's not fun. That stuff's not fun. It's necessary, but not fun. I could have been working on cleaning in the attic or sorting things, and I just didn't really want to do that today. I probably should have, because it would be cooler and it wouldn't be as hot in the attic. But you know, I don't know about you guys, but I have to be like, I love organizing and tidying and purging and all that kind of good stuff. But I also have to be in the mood. Like, it has to strike, I have to be like in a go mood, ready to do it. And then when I am, I just want to keep going. And that's usually what happens, is I don't. So I'm not able to. All right, I think that's going to be enough for the white. So we're going to put that up. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a good day. All right, so the white one's done. The blue one I can see is still pretty damp. So I'm going to dry it real quick before I do the sides, because I got to be able to touch it on the top. So we'll dry that one. The white one should be dry by the time we get around to it. How's your weather today, Denise? Thanks for joining me, guys. Let's see how that is. That's better. Okay, where did I put my blue? There it is. Let's see. Go ahead and touch up the sides here on this too. I definitely don't think I need more than one coat with the blue. It seems like it did good coverage. So that's good. I might need another coat with the red though. So we just touch up the edges. You guys, I am super excited. I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of moms dread summer vacation and summer break. And I used to homeschool my kids, so I didn't. Bit cloudy, but still a nice day. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. It is not a nice day, in my opinion anyway. Unless you like gloomy days. And I do not. I am a sunshine gal. I need my vitamin D. And it's been too many days without it. And even last week, I only was in a car most of the day, so I didn't get to enjoy any of the sunshine when I was near the coast. But so I always look forward to summer, but I liked having my kids home, so I didn't mind it. And it didn't matter because if you're homeschooling, right? They didn't always go. They weren't always homeschooled. They did go to school a little bit, some. But okay, that one's done, I think. Let's see if we can get that over there. But I know it's hard for a lot of moms because if they work, you know, you got to make extra arrangements, or if you don't work and you're a stay-at-home mom, but it just, you know, now you've got to plan your whole, you got to plan activities. But since our little guy has been in my life for the last, you know, 5 summers, this will be his 6th summer. He's only 6. You know, it does put a little bit of a wrench in my plans, but he didn't go to preschool until he was 4 anyway, so, and then kindergarten, or 4.5, so before that he was always home with me, or home with us. So I'm used to him being home, but I'm just ready to not have to deal with an alarm. I hate alarms. Even when I work every once in a while. I don't have to work outside the home all the time, but I do every once in a while. And but I only have 2 more days of my 6 a.m. alarm for my youngest son. He has 2 more days of school left, period. High school. And then he is done. He will graduate next week. Not this week, but next week. But he will be done because he doesn't have to take his final exams. He did well enough. He doesn't have to do that. And he already took his college exam at the beginning of the month. So he's done. So that means I only have my other little guy, and he doesn't go into school until 9. So he's not up until 8. So I don't have to get up till like 7:30. That'll be like sleeping in, which will be nice. And even on weekends, he's the kind of kid that he's up at 8. He's up by 8. He gets up on his own. He's never been very rarely is he a late sleeper, even if he stays up late. And I usually have morning duty with him. And then my son takes over later, his daddy. So, all right. We're going to have to dry that a little bit before I can do the rest of that, I think, unless I can figure out how to do it. lid here. Isn't this color great? I love these. Trying not to get it on my mat, but I think I've got some on there anyway. All right, that's going to be plenty of coverage. All right. All right, so I'm going to let that go. Let's go ahead and dry these. And I got to start on some teacher gifts. Got things I got to get done. The end of the year gifts. I only have to do that for the grandson. High school is going to do that anymore. My daughter, I think we did, but my son doesn't have but one class at the high school, so. I don't know why I put the lid on that white. Oh, you know what? I might use a different white for this next part. I might use a different white for this next part. Do you guys like this color scheme for the red, white, and blue, or would you just do traditional red, white, and blue? This is acrylic paint, but it's drying pretty fast, you guys. I need to remember to go around the edges though, because a lot of times I'll pick it up and it'll still have a hunk of wet on the edges and I forget what it does. A little bit. Now, I don't feel like it's as important to get it necessarily, you know, like every single piece dry on this particular project because I'm not chalking on it. But if you were going to chalk on it, I would. Like if, you know, after this step, you would put your wax, you would apply your surface wax. And like I said, I might buy at least, I should have bought one more. I might buy at least one more of these and do one or two more next time I go, to do some with chalk in July, showing you guys this chalk pattern. But today we're just going to do it all by hand because I want you to see how you can do that. All right, I think we're dry. I think we're dry right now. Okay, so let me grab this other white. This is, I bought this for a reason and I don't know why. I was thinking this was a different kind of paint. So I was looking for something that would go on, maybe that's what this is. This is, I bought this so it would go on glass because I had a project that I want to do on some glass, and sometimes it's hard to find paint that will go on the glass well. So, but I won't need it all. So we'll use it for today. So these are all dry. I'm going to keep them on here though anyway. These are all dry because we're still messing with paint. So we have our red, white, and blue. So I thought it would be fun if, oh guys, I lost my iPad, went to sleep. Come on, dude, don't do that. All right, there we go. I think, so we could do a couple different things. I think it would be super fun to, let me see here. I'm gonna grab a paint pen also. Do you guys look, I've had these paint pens forever. So I have a pack of paint pens because I'm just thinking about a couple different things that we're going to do. So what I thought would be fun, now you could do a stripe with one of these. I don't think I'm going to do a stripe today, but you could, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the red one with a stripe, or the white one with a stripe. No, I like the white with the blue. I could do the red one with a stripe, which means I need some painter's tape. Y'all, I told you I just do this. I don't have it all planned out. We're going to just do it. All right, so I'm going to use the same colors, the same red, white, and blue. Leave this over here. And now I'm going to pull up these guys because I want to do some dots. I want to do some polka dots. I love polka dots. They're just, to me, they're very fun and cheery. And maybe on the red one, we will do some white. So we're going to do this. I've got 2 different size daubers. But I probably will use a couple of them because I'm not going to, I don't know, maybe I will use the real tiny one. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. I'm going to leave it here. We'll see one step at a time. Let's go ahead and tape this off. I'm going to make this one a little different. So the first thing I'm going to do is, tape off a couple stripes. And you know what? I am actually going to cut this, you guys, because I want it to be straight. And I'm going to let it be thick stripes. So since I've already painted this, I am going to place this here. Did I do it long enough? May not have done it long enough. No, I did not. I did not. So we're going to have to grab another one. We'll just do this. This will work. It's a little supplemental piece. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more piece here. And we'll have a couple stripes. So this is just regular painter's tape. If you've got it, you know, most of us have some of that laying around somewhere. This one stays in my craft room. I am not measuring, as you can see, at all. So we are just eyeballing it and hoping for the best. Actually, you know what I might do is although I don't think either end is completely straight, I could try to use this edge. And then go up from there to try to get it straight. But then just press it down really well. And I'm not going to go past here because this top part I'm going to do another color, okay? So I just used some painter's tape. And this area in here, we're going to paint white. So I'll go back to this one. Actually, no, maybe I will use this one. This one will be fine. This is a glossy. That's why I was like, do I want to use it? This is a glossy, but I think I will use it. I think I can use it. You guys, when I cleaned out my pantry the other week, I pulled up a bunch of stuff that I had in there that, you guys ever grab these paint trays from the Dollar Tree? Come in like a 6-pack. They're just like little paint trays like this. They're perfect for things like what we're doing. I'm going to use the same paintbrush because it doesn't matter. But this is going to give me a little glossy. And then you can just wash them out and reuse them. These are perfect. So I am just going to paint right in here. I'm not going to do the bottom. Leave that bottom, that red that we already painted around the edge. I'm going to try to get this part. Anyway, when I cleaned out my pantry, there was things like that I had saved. I always save things for, you know, storing leftovers in and stuff like that. I save so much of everything, you guys, but I decided to clear it out and really thin it out. I don't need all that stuff. And some of the stuff, it didn't go in the recycling. It ended up coming into the the craft room so that I could use it. So like I use like old plates. Maybe I have an odd old, you know, like almost like a bread plate or the small plates. I might have an odd one of those here or there. I just bring it up here in the craft room. And once I did like bamboo plates for a while, but then they even get old. So now it's where my paint, when I'm using my tools, I put it on it. I just bring them up to the craft room. So I did still recycle some and thinned out some, but I really have to start going through all my cabinets. You know, when you know you're going to be moving in 6 months, within 6 months, you really need to start being more selective. I feel like everybody kind of almost needs to move. I may do one more coat, but do you see what I've done? I've gone all over that painter's tape, but that's okay. But I may need to do one more coat on that, so I'm going to leave that set for a second. And we'll switch. We'll move here. So now what I'm going to do is, I need some more white, I think. This one, I don't know. This one might be for the red. We might do that for the red. So I am going to use my lid and just get some paint on my lid. I'm going to cheat here. I use some paint on my lid because it's the perfect place to get it. Okay. And I'm going to see if my dauber will go in here. It fits right in there. My little, I don't know what you guys call it. They call it a spouncer. I'm going to try to get some red. And I am just going to randomly place some circles. I may have to go back and do more because that's kind of a little more airy than I want it to be. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be too airy. But if you don't mind, just leave it that way. You can always go back with a paintbrush and do it. I'm just pouring a little bit in every little bit. And just decide how much you want. I'm usually an odd number kind of person, so, and you can even have them kind of going off. It doesn't have to fill it the whole way. Let's see how many I want. Maybe. And I'm going to put some red on the white too. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to have red, white, and blue on all of them. Now you can easily use a paintbrush to do the same technique if you wanted. You don't have to use the spongy thing like I am. You definitely don't have to. I'm just trying to get a circle. So I can always go back with the paintbrush and fill it in. And we're going to do different sizes. Trying to think if I want any more red on there. I think that might be it. Set that aside. And now what we'll do is we'll just grab a little paintbrush and kind of fill it in. And you could do any design you want. Like I said, if you have chalk and you wanted to do, if you have chalk designs, you could do chalk on here. If you have, hey April, thanks for joining me. If you have stickers, you know, you could do that. But I just wanted to do some paint. And I just basically, I use that dauber to kind of, or whatever they call it a spouncer. I'm using it to kind of get me my circle, and then I'm just using a paintbrush to fill it in because I don't want it to be airy. If you like that airy look, just leave it like that. So now the paintbrush is just filling in some of the, making it a little more solid. And this is not supposed to be perfect, you guys, so just have fun with it. Just have some fun. Oh, my little buddies, they must be playing hide and seek or something. Here, I'm gonna have a visitor, guys. You ready? Gonna have a visitor. He probably thinks it's Daddy. In here hiding. Hey, Bunny.
Mama, can you call Daddy?
Can't Poppy call him? Mama's doing a video.
Oh. I'm sneaking.
You are? So I'm just filling in the circles a little bit. Like I said, if you don't want to do that, don't do it. And you don't even have to use the little dauber. If you wanted to use a paintbrush and just do a circle, you can, right off the bat. Okay, I'm going to move that over here, let that dry a little bit. And if you're just hopping on, thank you for joining. So happy you're here. So much more fun to craft with friends. I hope you're having a great Memorial Day, a great start to your new week. Can you guys believe we are almost done with May? My gosh, I cannot. 2 more days of May. And crazy. Thanks for joining me. And if you're catching me on the replay, say hi. I'd love to know you're there. Always go back and read the comments, reply. April, how's your weather down there in Georgia? It's yucky here. It's been yucky all weekend. And I apologize, guys, because oh, my son is hiding too well, and now the grandson's getting sad. Sorry, though, the door's open. He left it open when he left. So, guys, you will hear life. Real life. Sorry about that. My son's funny because he doesn't, like, let him win. He makes him work a little hard for it, but... Gonna make him better at stuff. He was blowing me away this morning. He has got such a memory. Math is definitely his thing. He takes after his daddy and grandmama. Math is his thing, and he was sitting there this morning. He's, you know, in kindergarten, 6 years old, and he's telling me he basically can do multiplication. And he can do addition really well. And he's telling me 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, 16 plus 16 is 32. I'm like, no, you do not know all that stuff. Because his daddy just kind of teaches him. And he does great with his math at school. He's not big on reading. He's getting there, but that's not his favorite. He can recognize numbers to 1,000. He can pretty much figure out any number. And then he was telling me, what was he saying? 400 plus 400 is 800. He just amazes me. I can't wait till he gets to be able to read. Okay, guys, I think those will be good enough. They're not supposed to be exactly perfect, but they're fun. Okay. That paintbrush worked well too. If I decide I want them any darker, I'll go back and kind of touch them up. Because like this one, the blue is showing through a little bit. The white is not so much, but the blue is. Sorry guys, it got really quiet. Okay, that's good. Set that there. So I think we're done with the red. I'm gonna go ahead and close the red up. Now I've got it on the lid, so probably next time I go to open the lid, it's gonna be like glued shut. Probably. All right, let's see about this again. Set those aside. We'll have to hit those probably with a dryer. Let's see if we can get another coat of white on here. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so that's good there. And then I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, or maybe we'll hit all this with the dryer just for a minute so we can move on to the next step. Thanks for joining me. I would say the blue could probably use one more coat on the red that's on the blue, because I can kind of see through it, but maybe it'll still be alright. We'll see. I have to do that afterwards. Sorry guys. They decided to play up here. They haven't been upstairs all day long, y'all, until I come up here. All day long they have been downstairs. As soon as I come upstairs, y'all know. You all know. It never fails, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this stuff off. Let's pull our tape off. Hopefully we have a nice clean line. So we have some stripes. Now, if you don't like that and you wanted to add another little stripe on the edge, you certainly could easily do that. If you felt like it was a little unbalanced. Let me see how I feel about it. Let me look. It's not bad. I don't know. I might go along and do a little something there. But what we're going to do next, that feels like it's dry. Hopefully it is. I am going to take my tape and I'm going to go across the bottom of the arrow here. That's why I did the lines up there first, because now I'm going to take this blue, it's pretty blue color, and we're going to paint the top part of the red blue, because because I want all of them to have red, white, and blue on it. Come on. Now I will tell you this, why is that not coming out? This color blue, okay. This color blue is not the same as my little thingies, so we may have to use pipe cleaners instead. May have to wait and save those for 4th of July. It's gonna need more than one coat. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. We'll let that dry. Now for these, for this one, we're just gonna add white, and I'm gonna use a little bit smaller dauber. I'm trying to think if I wanna use, I think I'll just use this size. And I'm gonna grab it from, see if I can grab it from the lid of this one again. So, it needs more. I might have to just pour it. My little tray. I think that'll fit in there. Oops. And again, just wherever you feel it. I like to do it a little bit off center. It doesn't need to be completely symmetrical. If I want to add more red, I can. Like it might need a little red up there. Might have to do that. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some even smaller. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe that's what we'll do. I'm gonna leave that there. Might do even smaller in red. I'm gonna pour a little red in my tray. Y'all, I'm talking to myself, or am I? Am I gonna, maybe I can get some from here. No. I should have just done that. Messy, messy in the lid, and that's probably not a good idea. I'm trying to be generous with it. Ooh, they wanted to do that. Too much up there. Okay, that's probably good. And then one more small for the white. I'm gonna end up having all these used up, y'all. Hey, Miss Lou, how are you today? I'm gonna end up using all of these and have a whole mess to clean up. Definitely need there. So even though I'm keeping the same colors, I'm using different sizes to kind of add a little bit more interest. All right, that one probably, maybe here, maybe one more here, part of one, and let that be done. Okay, and that's what I got so far. Okay, I'm gonna let that one be. Don't even think I'm gonna like, I'm not sure if that's paint. is. Might have to touch that, right? No, it's dried paint. Okay. Okay. So now this one, let's pull this over here and we're going to do blue. And we'll probably do a couple other little reds, but I'll wait and do the reds. So let's get some blue and that next size down. I might even do both sides blue and get some blue in here. I don't know why this is giving me a hard time all of a sudden. Ooh, that didn't turn out as a circle. Don't know what happened with that one. Just whatever you feel, y'all. Whatever feels right. Need some more blue. The blue's a little thicker. Probably because it's the chalkboard paint. One more blue, one more blue. I don't know. Set that for a second. We're gonna try some, a little bit more red. Definitely have too much red, too much paint. This is the fun part. Whatever floats your boat. If you don't like the texture that this is given, don't use it. Or use a paintbrush and smooth it out. All right, I think that's all. Actually, guys, I think I might be able to I kind of don't mind the texture. I just wanted it filled in a little more. Could probably do that. Right? So they're not going to be arrows. Hopefully you're seeing that these are going to look like fireworks when we're done. Now, you know, I know typically on Memorial Day you don't use fireworks, but they're still fun to put out for patriotic. Yeah, this is working. Let's fill it in a little bit more. Okay. That's probably good. I've got a hot mess going here. Let's see. Need anything anywhere else? Maybe a little bit more white on those. The blue. Let's see if I can add that in a little bit and make it fill in a little. I messed up my circle. Messed up my circle. And if you really wanted, you could even go back and do the white inside of the red. I may do that. We'll see. I might even put a little bit of blue inside the white. I don't know. We'll see. But I might put some white inside the red at least. That might be neat. I was thinking I might use the paint pen for that, you guys. Okay, so let's see. This is probably ready for our next coat of blue. Wonder if I use this, if it will go on smoother. Yeah, we can just do that. I even have my foam cosmetic brush that I used yesterday. Or Friday. What today? Saturday. Whatever day I did that other project with you guys. Saturday. I've lost track of days. This whole week has been kind of crazy. Okay, so now we got both colors, right? Okay, go and pull that off. So now that's done. Still feel like it needs something over here, but I'm not sure if I want to put a little tiny thin coat of white on it. Maybe a little thin coat of white just to balance it out a little bit. Let's see if I can pull it from here. Let that dry and then I'll do another little layer. Okay, let's hit the dryer on these. What do you guys think so far? They cute? So you imagine them? They're gonna be fireworks. Can you imagine them? Yeah, the more I'm looking at these, I'm not sure they're gonna work. Because see how dark that blue is? The red and would work fine, but I don't know if the blue's gonna work. Might be a little too royal. I think I might have to save those for 4th of July projects, guys. Now, because I'm using the acrylic paint, it does take a little bit longer to dry, so just keep that in mind. Like some of these. Well, it looks like it got brighter out, so that's good. Maybe, just maybe. Although I think we're calling for rain here again tomorrow. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm looking down so much today. I think I'm looking so much down. I apologize. All right, I think that's better. There. And of course, I got a little bit of white on my blue. I'll touch that. Up. But let's see if we like that better. I think that's probably going to be a little better. Yeah, that's a little, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit better. I know it's not even a lot, but we're going to do a little bit more to it. We can do a little more to it. I may do that afterwards. We'll see. Okay, so let's set this aside. All right, I know that's still not dry. Now, at this point, you can decide, because I can see it's still not dry, you guys. Still not dry. Did I not use a little blue one? I guess I did not. I could put even some dots on the stripe if I want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to resist to do that. It is dry. Can't tell. That's what we got so far. Now, what you could do to add a little bit of dimension at this point, and like I said, I think some of it's still wet, is if you have a paint pen, or you could even do a chalk marker, but if you have a paint pen in like red or black or white or one of the colors, I'm going to look for my white one. See if I can find my white one. There's a white one. So if you have a white paint pen like over on this one, and then maybe a black for this, or if you'd rather do another color, you can also add some other dimensions to it just by, you'd be surprised what you could do with just the black. All right, so it's black. Though I could use the blue. Does my blue work? My blue might work. I could probably use that blue because that matches. It all depends on if you want to add a layer of another color into it. So let's see. Where's my red? I know I have a red. Where's the red? That's pink. Is that red? I just collect these over the years. I've done different projects with them, and I'm probably touching my paint, my wet paint. Is that red? Some of them, yeah, that's red. Some of them still work, some of them don't. I find out when I go to use them. That's when I find out. But what you can do is just add a little texture to them, to your designs, now that you've done this as well. For example, so let's see, maybe on the blue one, I'll add some white. I can get the lid off. All right, find you a piece of paper to get your paint pen started. Pretty sure this one has it. This one was one of the newer ones. Or you could use a chalk marker, or maybe even a Sharpie if you had it, but obviously you're not going to probably find a Sharpie in white. I can't tell if that's working or not. But you could add some other design elements to it. You could just do, you know, you could just do some swirls. Like I said, I don't think that paint marker is. Another white one? I think I do. This is the newer one though. Should be working. Maybe not. There's a white. Let me see if that white's working any better. These are always fun to have on hand for different products. Is that white or silver? We could maybe even throw some silver at it. I think that's silver. We could even throw some silver, you guys, if you wanted to add a little bit of bling. Gosh, I've had that forever. Let's see if that even works. I don't know if it works. This one's really old. Oh no, that one does not work. All right, let me keep working on this white one then. Maybe I'll do it in another color. But you can just add some little loops or swirls. Just go over a couple times. You wanted to add a little bit more dimension, something else to kind of make it like it has some movement, right? Just a little something. No particular rhyme or reason. And you can even do this. You can go around the edges like this. For some reason, that just kind of adds a little extra, now the white's working, little extra element of whimsy and design. Just a little. You could even do those as swirls. And if you wanted to, I don't know if it'll take in here right now because I'm not sure if it's dry enough. You could even do some, I love this shape, like doing like that. So you see what I'm doing? Just adding a little bit, and it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. Just for some fun. See what I've done there? Added another little bit. That's just kind of what I consider whimsy, right? You can do the same thing over here on this one. You can do, if you want it to be the same, maybe you don't. Maybe you want it to be, what else could you do? I had said we could put a little white in the middle. Maybe you could just do a little bit of polka dot. Even inside of your polka dot. And up here, we'll wait, make sure that's dry. You could hand draw stars. Why not? Let's do it. Then you know it's handmade, right? So if you have a transfer, use a transfer. If not, just draw. Do it yourself, right? And then again, you can add, we'll add some blue down there on that one. I think that's probably all I want with the white. Let's see about on the blue. Let's make sure I got it coming out. I just buy various kinds. This happens, I think this came in a pack. This is a Sharpie one. I think I got a 4-pack. I probably got it on sale or with a coupon at some point. And this is almost the same color as this paint that I used. Just make sure you get it started first and you don't have too much coming out. But like, we could just, oh, you guys probably cannot even see what I'm doing. I'm just making little swirls, right? As little or as much as you want. And you could even put some, do you guys see how easy this is? This is not anything super hard, super creative. It's just a little bit of fun. And if you want them thicker, make them thicker. So, can you see? I hope you guys like that. I hope you like it. See what I'm doing? That's all. Aren't these fun? I feel like this is just like a fun, inexpensive, creative outlet that you can do. Let's see on this one. We haven't used any red, have we? We could use some red here. Let me see if my red's working. We could use some red on here. Let's see. Again, if it's working. Ooh, this one's pretty old too, you guys. I may or may not be able to get some red. May or may not have red. I may have to use a red Sharpie on this one. I don't have any red paint. I'm not sure if that one. That is, it's a terracotta marker, so I don't remember if that'll work on there or not. You all know I don't use a lot of red, but sometimes it's fun to use red. I think that one probably needs to go in the trash. Let's see if I have a red Sharpie, because that'll work. Let's just grab a red Sharpie. Yep, that'll work. Okay, let's try that. Should anyway. The blue would look good on here too, on the white. It's a little different shade of red, but if I went over it twice, it probably would. I could probably go over that again and it would there. And then let's also do this. Just because I love the swirls. It's almost like an @ sign. Maybe another little. As many or as little as you want. There we go. Okay, maybe that's too much for you. Don't do all that. I am one of those people who I like a lot on there. So if you don't like that, I'm gonna have to try to clean that. I hate to waste that paint. So this is done, this is done, this is done. They're done. They're good enough. If I want to go back in and touch them up with a little bit more color, I can. But for the most part, they're done. So what we're gonna do, just one on one, just to show you guys. I am going to Mod Podge on one of them, on the back of one of them. I think we'll do that one because I think it's the most dry. So we'll move this out of the way. So we are going to Mod Podge on the back of that one. And we are just going to pick something fun. Something fun. We could even, no, that does not match. We could use this one, and I'm going to show you the other technique that I like. Okay, let's be dry. You guys like this project? I hope so. I hope this is giving you some ideas. I know it's kind of running long. I hope you're enjoying it. But what you could do, maybe I'll wait and show you guys another time. I might Mod Podge on the back of it though. But you could Mod Podge these on the back, you could paint them on the back, or you don't have to worry about it. Since it's running so long, I won't. But I do want to show you how you're going to assemble them, what you're going to do to put them together. So, grab some, I'll do all that later. I don't know if I'm Mod Podge. I just don't want you guys to be tied up too much longer. We are going to see if we have any. I have these left over from Christmas time. Okay, so since I don't think my little other things are going to match, we're going to do this. I don't have any blue. I only have the red and white. I don't think I have any blue that are shiny. But get you some, to get you some of these, I could just do the silver, actually, guys. Because I don't like the fact that I don't have all three colors. Grab you a couple of these. If you want them to look like they have, you don't have to do this, but it would be fun if you wanted to. Make them look like they actually had some, let me get one more stuff coming off the bottom of them. Okay, I would probably cut these down. I would even cut it in thirds. Is that all about the same? I would cut them in thirds. And we are going to get my glue gun going. I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to grab a ribbon that will go with this and be fun to use. What's the one I had? Okay. So this one, I'm just going to use this one. Even though it's not the exact colors, this is the ribbon I'm going to grab. And we'll use this to attach it together to hang it. Because you're probably going to want to hang these. You could put some kind of popsicle stick or dowel rod or some kind of, or even the, like we used the other day, you could use a, one of the, you could use a attach glue and maybe tape one of your chopsticks. If you wanted to stick them in a display somewhere, you could do that as well. But we're going to cut these and we're going to make these look like they're like the exploding part at the bottom. I was going to use those others, but I think this will work better. So I feel like they each need, I guess I only need 3 of them. 3. I like odd numbers when I'm doing projects, when I'm decorating, creating. Super easy. You guys can do this with maybe some stuff you already have on hand in your craft room. You could even tape these if you wanted. You could tape them. Can't tell. It's kind of glossy, so I can't tell if it's dry or not. I think they're fun. Aren't they cute? All right, I need my little thing for my finger because I know I'm gonna. And then let's grab a piece of ribbon. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that so that I have it ready. Probably, I believe it's place and time. I think that might have been Hobby Lobby. You guys, I think that was when I got that big haul of different stuff that was on sale. I think it was Hobby Lobby. Let's see here to here, maybe. This much. I have got paint sitting here, you guys. I am just asking for trouble because it is a bunch of paint, bunch of wet paint, extra paint. All right, let me cut this off. It doesn't matter how you cut it because it's going to be at the back. And if you wanted to finish it off, Mod Podge it. If you don't, leave it as is. It's fine. But this will be ready to go too. Looks like I'm getting ready to have some. You could even, okay, I'm trying to think. You could even use, okay, do you guys remember I had a piece of paper yesterday? I did. We could even use this as almost like a little cover. How about we do that? You get another pair of scissors. Thanks for hanging in there with me, you guys. I told you, don't throw anything away. I really probably cut it in half. Thanks for coming along in my crafting journey. I never know where it's going to take me. Actually going to cheat and do this like this. So we're going to put I think my glue's ready. I'm going to put some glue right here, just a little strip of it. That way I don't even have to worry about my fingers getting burnt. And I'm going to put 3 pieces. You can put more, you can put 5. I'm going to put 3 pieces of pipe cleaner. This is from Christmas, but I think you could probably find this kind anytime. And then I'm going to glue this on top of it, almost like it's holding it in place. That way it helps me to push it down without burning my fingers. And you can even, if you want them to be swirly, I'll show you how you do that. Y'all might already know. So do you see what I did there? I just put some dab of glue. I used a little bit of that cardboard right there, and it's kind of holding it in place. And if you wanted to make them swirly, obviously you could do it with your finger, but you can also just get like a paintbrush. I hope you guys can see this. See how I can do it. I need to be using my right hand. You can get a paintbrush or a pencil or anything like that and just kind of wrap it. Oh my gosh, get out of the way. Wrap it around your, and then you have it swirly. See? You don't have to, but maybe you want to. If you do, maybe the ones on the side are swirling, maybe the one in the middle isn't. So it kind of looks like it's exploding. It's completely up to you. Maybe we'll do a couple swirly and one straight. Okay? What do you think? Isn't that adorable? I love it. Push it out. Isn't that cute? I hope you guys like this idea. Let me know in comments if you like this idea. I'd love to know. Okay, let's get another little dab of glue. It doesn't take much. And the middle. It's a longer one. I didn't cut them 100% even. That's okay. I don't need that. All right. Ooh. I hate the strings. Don't you guys hate the strings? Okay, last but not least. Ooh, I'm dripping it on my table. Now, I do not have a particular order I'm thinking about putting them in. You can put them together any way you want, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're almost ready to assemble them. Let's try a little bit. Glue. I feel like I need one more hand. What do I do? Story of a mom. Always need one more hand. That looks better. Okay, so there we go. 1, 2, 3. However you want to place them. All right, now I have my rope. I've got my, some room over here. I've got my thing out of the way. And what we're gonna do now is kind of like put them this way. Ooh, I think I want the stripe in the middle. I definitely want the stripe in the middle. And I think I'll probably want the blue in the front. So what I'm gonna do now is try to put them at kind of a little bit different heights. And that's what we'll do. We'll do it like this. And then we're gonna get some glue, a generous amount here to attach it. I think this is Gorilla Glue. I'm a hot glue gun. You probably want to, fairly strong glue to hold it. Probably still got more than what I needed, but maybe dab up here. I've never tried this before, so hopefully this is going to work. I will let you all know if it doesn't, but hopefully this is right. I got paint on me, y'all. Okay, so now I've hot glued them together, right? And now I'm going to glue my ribbon to the back to hold it. And if you want to staple it too, you probably could. Uh-oh, I'm out of glue. I need to grab another glue stick. If you wanted to staple it as well, you could. I need another glue stick, you guys. Hang on, I don't have one right here. Actually, this is not Gorilla Glue. This is one of those extra strength ones from Michaels. Just an extra strength. But if you wanted to add a staple to the back there, you could do that as well. And I'm just kind of folding it over a little bit here. However big you want it to be. I probably cut it too big, but it's fine. Okay. Sticking. And if you felt like it needed a little touch of glue up here at the top, you could do that as well. But this is kind of like what it looks like. And you could even put a little bow at the top or some silver. I might do that. Let's do that. You know what, guys? I think it needs a touch of glue here to hold it at the top, secure it. So I'm going to add a little bit there at the top of the arrows. Well, this one doesn't, but this one does. It's kind of weird. That's fine. Just that one does. Ooh, I got a part of my glue. Oh, I hate when that happens. I didn't even see that do that. Ooh, I'm going to have to get that off there. Okay. So what you could also do is maybe, if you wanted, you could add another streamer. No, what is that called? Pipe cleaner. Or you could do like with this, like I've used this. Just for some fun. Just for some more whimsy. Add that. If I had blue too, I would probably add blue. So I'm just going to tie a little bit of this silver, and then that kind of ties into the silver at the bottom. Here at the top in the middle. So I've got it kind of folded over. Just tie it. It doesn't have to even be a bow. It could just be a knot like that. And there we go. Now you have a fun little patriotic decor. There we go. That's it. That's it, you guys. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing down here. I'll probably fix these because they look a little weird with some of them being straight and some of them not. Might make some more of them straight. Anyway, that's my idea. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know. I would love to hear. Or send me a picture. I would love to see a picture of your finished copy. But this is my fun little patriotic project for today. I look forward to using this for 4th of July. Like I said, I didn't even, oh, I got strings everywhere from the glue gun. I did not decorate for Memorial Day because we didn't expect to be here. So I look forward to putting all this stuff out for 4th of July when it comes. But I hope you guys like this idea. Thanks for letting me come into your world for so long today. I hope this entertained you or just encouraged you to give something new a try. And if you have questions about anything that I used or any of the project pieces or processes, please feel free to reach out to me. That's why I'm here. But thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe, be healthy, have a wonderful week, and be blessed until I see you next time. Bye, guys.